Have you ever wondered how many healthy years you have ahead of you? After 70, every moment becomes more precious, and the choices you make each day play a bigger role in your future than you might think. Some people in their 70s remain strong, sharp, and full of life, while others slow down, battling fatigue and health issues. What makes the difference? The truth is, your body is already giving you signs, subtle but powerful indicators that predict how long and how well you'll live. These signs are not based on myths or guesses. They are backed by scientific research and real patterns observed in those who live long, healthy lives. Today, we're going to explore 7 key signs that reveal how many years you may have ahead and, more importantly, what you can do right now to improve them. Some of these signs might surprise you, and others may serve as a wake-up call. Stay with me until the end, because you may be overlooking something small that has a huge impact on your future if you believe in taking control of your health and your future. Let's start this journey together. And if you haven't already, subscribe to Graceful Elderly and be part of a community that values longevity, wisdom, and living fully at every age. Sign 1. Your walking speed. One of the strongest indicators of how long you might live after 70 isn't found in your DNA, your diet, or even your medical history. It's found in something far simpler: your walking speed. Multiple studies have shown that people who maintain a steady, brisk walking pace in their 70s and beyond tend to live longer than those who slow down significantly. Why? Because walking speed is directly linked to muscle strength, cardiovascular health, and even brain function. Think about 2 men, Joe and Frank, both 75 years old. Joe walks every morning at a steady pace, crossing streets with confidence and climbing stairs without struggle. His movements are fluid, balanced, and strong. Frank, on the other hand, used to be active, but has slowed down over the years. He struggles to keep up with others, takes frequent breaks, and sometimes feels unsteady on his feet. Joe's walking speed suggests that his body is still functioning efficiently, while Frank's slowing pace could be a warning sign that his muscles, circulation, or even neurological health are declining. A slow, unsteady walk is not just a part of aging. It can signal early muscle loss, poor circulation, or even cognitive decline. The good news: walking speed is something you can improve. The more you walk, the stronger your body stays. If you've noticed yourself slowing down, don't ignore it. Start making small efforts to build strength, whether it's taking more walks, using light weights, or doing simple leg exercises, because in the end, how fast you move through life literally can tell you a lot about how long you'll keep moving at all. Sign 2. Your grip strength. Believe it or not, the strength of your handshake may reveal more about your future than you think. Research has found that grip strength is one of the clearest indicators of overall vitality in older adults. A firm, steady grip suggests strong muscles, good circulation, and a well-functioning nervous system. On the other hand, a weak or declining grip can be an early warning sign of muscle loss, frailty, and even a higher risk of serious health complications. Consider Robert, a 78-year-old man who always prided himself on his strong handshake. He stayed active, did light weightlifting, and never had trouble carrying groceries or opening jars. Then there's Walter, also 78, who started noticing that simple tasks like twisting the cap off a bottle or holding onto a heavy bag felt harder than before. He dismissed it as just aging, but what he didn't realize was that his declining grip strength was signaling muscle loss, increasing his risk for falls, fractures, and even a shorter life expectancy. Your hands are a reflection of your overall muscle health. If your grip is weakening, chances are so is the rest of your body. And the more strength you lose, the harder it becomes to stay independent, active, and resilient. The good news: you can rebuild your grip strength. Simple exercises like squeezing a tennis ball, using hand grippers, or even carrying light weights can maintain your grip and keep your muscles strong. Take a moment and test your grip right now. If shaking hands feels weaker than before, or if simple tasks have become more challenging, don't ignore it. Because how well you hold on to things today may predict how well you'll hold on to life in the years ahead. Sign 3. Your ability to stand on one leg balance isn't something most people think about until they start losing it. But your ability to stand on one leg for at least 10 seconds is one of the strongest predictors of how long you'll live. Studies have found that people who struggle with balance are at a much higher risk for falls, injuries, and even cognitive decline. Meanwhile, those who can maintain balance well into their 70s and beyond tend to live longer, healthier lives. Imagine 2 women, Carol and Nancy, both in their early 70s. Carol has always been active. She walks daily, practices yoga, and can easily lift one foot off the ground for several seconds without wobbling. Nancy, on the other hand, hasn't focused much on balance over the years. When she tries to stand on one leg, she immediately starts tipping over, needing to grab onto something to steady herself. What Nancy doesn't realize is that her loss of balance isn't just an inconvenience, it's a warning sign that her coordination, muscle strength, and even brain function may be declining. Good balance relies on strong legs to support your body, a sharp nervous system to send signals to your muscles, a healthy brain to coordinate movement. You've noticed yourself stumbling more often, feeling unsteady when turning, or needing to hold onto walls or furniture for support. It's time to take action. The best part: balance can be improved. Stand on one foot for a few seconds each day. Walk heel to toe to strengthen stability. Try simple balance exercises like Tai Chi or yoga. Take this test right now. Stand up and lift one foot off the ground. Can you hold it for 10 seconds without struggling? If not, don't panic, but don't ignore it either. The more you work on your balance today, the stronger and steadier you'll be in the years ahead. Final thoughts. What these signs mean for your future: know that you know 3 of the 7 key signs. Take a moment to reflect. Are you moving through life with strength and confidence? Or have you noticed small changes that might be warning signs? The good news is that most of these factors, your walking speed, grip strength, and balance, are things you can improve. Your future isn't set in stone, and the choices you make today can have a powerful impact on how many years you have ahead of you. In the next section, we'll explore more signs that predict your longevity, including sleep quality, eating habits, and stress management. These are the hidden factors that influence not just how long you live, but how well you live. If you're serious about living a longer, healthier life, take the first step today. Your future self will thank you. Sign 4. The quality of your sleep. One of the most overlooked but powerful indicators of how long and how well you'll live is the quality of your sleep. Many people assume that waking up frequently, struggling to fall asleep, or feeling tired during the day is just a normal part of aging. But research shows that poor sleep is directly linked to a shorter lifespan and a higher risk of chronic illness. Sleep is when the body repairs itself, strengthens the immune system, and restores brain function. If your sleep is consistently disrupted, your body doesn't have the chance to fully recover, which can lead to weaker muscles, slower healing, memory problems, and even an increased risk of heart disease. Take George, a 74-year-old man who had been waking up multiple times a night for years. He figured it was just something that happened with age, but over time, he noticed he was more fatigued during the day. His balance was getting worse, and he had trouble concentrating. When his doctor suggested improving his sleep habits, he made some simple changes, reducing caffeine in the afternoon, creating a nighttime routine, and making his bedroom more comfortable. Within a few weeks, his energy improved, and he even noticed that his legs felt stronger in the mornings. On the other hand, Betty, 76, ignored her poor sleep for years, relying on afternoon naps to make up for her exhaustion. She didn't realize that chronic sleep deprivation was affecting her heart health, immune system, and even her body's ability to absorb nutrients properly. When she finally addressed her sleep issues, she felt 10 years younger, her mood improved, her aches became less severe, and her mind felt clearer. If you often feel tired, sluggish, or irritable, your body may be telling you that your sleep needs attention. Signs of poor sleep include waking up frequently during the night, feeling exhausted, even after a full night's rest, struggling to concentrate or remember things, noticing slower reflexes or unsteady movement. The good news is that small changes can dramatically improve sleep quality. Keeping a consistent sleep schedule, avoiding screens before bed, and ensuring your bedroom is dark and quiet can make a world of difference. Your body and brain depend on restorative sleep to function properly, and prioritizing it now can add years of health and vitality to your life. Sign 5. The way you eat and maintain muscle mass. What you eat after 70 has a direct impact on your strength, energy, and overall health. Many people assume that as they age, they naturally lose muscle and slow down, but the truth is, muscle loss is largely preventable with the right nutrition. One of the biggest warning signs of declining longevity is unintentional weight loss or muscle loss. Losing muscle mass isn't just about appearance. It weakens your immune system, increases the risk of falls, and makes it harder to recover from illness. Think about Nancy, a 72-year-old woman who always ate small, light meals. Over the years, she noticed her arms and legs becoming thinner, and she struggled more with everyday tasks like carrying groceries. She didn't realize that she wasn't eating enough protein, which is essential for muscle repair and strength. After making changes to include more lean meats, fish, eggs, and plant-based proteins, she regained her energy and found it easier to stay active. Compare this to Bill, 78, who continued eating a balanced diet rich in protein, fiber, and healthy fats. He remained strong, independent, and even built muscle through light strength training. Studies show that people who maintain their muscle mass into their later years tend to live longer, recover from illness faster, and remain more active well into their 80s and 90s. Signs that you may not be getting enough nutrients include thinner arms and legs, with noticeable muscle loss, feeling weaker, or struggling with tasks that used to be easy, slow wound healing, or frequent illnesses, a lower appetite, or lack of interest in food. Eating enough protein, vitamins, and minerals is just as important as staying active. Without the right nutrients, your body doesn't have the building blocks it needs to stay strong. Adding more protein-rich foods, leafy greens, and healthy fats can help maintain your strength and energy for years to come. Sign 6. Your ability to handle stress and stay mentally sharp. Oh, well, do you manage stress? Your ability to stay mentally sharp and emotionally balanced plays a huge role in how long and how well you'll live. Chronic stress can take a toll on the body, weakening the immune system, increasing inflammation, and even accelerating cognitive decline. Meanwhile, people who remain calm, adaptable, and positive tend to live longer and enjoy better health. Take Eleanor, a 76-year-old woman who had always been a worrier. Every little thing stressed her out, from finances to family issues. Over time, her chronic anxiety started affecting her sleep, digestion, and even her ability to concentrate. When she learned to manage stress through meditation, light exercise, and breathing techniques, She felt more in control of her life and noticed an improvement in her overall health. On the other hand, Jack, a 79-year-old, had always practiced mental resilience. He faced challenges like everyone else, but he didn't dwell on them. Instead of letting stress consume him, he focused on solutions, maintained a sense of humor, and surrounded himself with positive people. His mindset allowed him to navigate aging with strength and optimism, which studies show can significantly increase lifespan. Mental sharpness is also closely tied to stress management. Signs of cognitive decline, like frequently forgetting names, struggling to concentrate, or feeling mentally foggy, can be worsened by stress and poor mental health. Keeping the brain active, engaged, and challenged is one of the best ways to prevent cognitive decline and keep your mind strong for decades to come. Simple habits that support mental longevity include reading, puzzles, and learning new skills to keep the brain engaged. Daily walks or light exercise, which increase blood flow to the brain. Practicing gratitude and mindfulness to reduce stress and improve mood. Maintaining strong social connections, as isolation is one of the biggest risks for mental decline. Our mind and body work together. When you take care of one, you strengthen the other. Managing stress, staying engaged, and keeping a positive outlook on life can add not just years to your lifespan, but quality to those years. Your body is always giving you clues about your future. The way you walk, the strength of your grip, the balance you maintain, the quality of your sleep, your diet, and your ability to handle stress all play a major role in how long and how well you'll live. The good news is that most of these factors are within your control. If you've noticed any warning signs, it's never too late to make changes that improve your strength, protect your mind, and keep you moving forward with confidence. Aging well isn't about avoiding getting older. It's about making sure that every year ahead is filled with health, energy, and independence. The choices you make today are shaping your future, so choose wisely. Sign 7. The strength of your social connection. One of the most surprising yet scientifically proven predictors of longevity is the strength of your social connections. While most people focus on physical health and diet, studies have consistently shown that having strong relationships can add years to your life. In fact, social isolation is as harmful to health as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. As people age, it becomes easier to lose touch with friends, withdraw from social activities, and spend more time alone. While independence is important, having a strong support system is just as crucial. Loneliness has been linked to higher risks of heart disease, depression, cognitive decline, and even premature death. Think about Mary, a 78-year-old widow who always prioritized staying socially connected. Even after losing her husband, she remained active in her church group, played cards with friends weekly, and checked in with her neighbors. She always had someone to talk to, share meals with, and laugh with. Studies show that people like Mary, who maintain consistent social engagement, tend to live longer, healthier, and happier lives. Compare this to Robert, also 78, who gradually became more isolated after retirement. His children lived in different states, and without work, he had fewer reasons to interact with others. He found himself watching TV alone for most of the day, speaking to fewer and fewer people. Over time, he began experiencing depression, lower energy levels, and even declining memory. Social connections don't just provide emotional support, they actually help keep your brain sharp, reduce stress, and even strengthen the immune system. Engaging in conversations, participating in group activities, and sharing laughter stimulates the brain, encourages movement, and promotes overall well-being. Maintaining strong relationships doesn't mean you have to be surrounded by people all the time. It means having meaningful connections, people you trust, people who make you feel valued, and people who bring joy into your life. Here's how you can strengthen your social connections. Reconnect with old friends. A simple phone call or message can reignite relationships that have faded over time. Join a local group or club, whether it's a book club, a walking group, or a community center. Being around like-minded people keeps life engaging. Prioritize in-person interactions while phone calls and online. Chats are helpful. Face-to-face conversations are more powerful in maintaining deep connections. Be open to making new friends no matter your age. You can still meet people who bring positivity into your life. Give as much as you receive, supporting others, listening, and being present in people's lives. Build stronger, lasting bonds. If you've noticed that you've become more withdrawn, have fewer people to talk to, or spend more time alone than you'd like, take action now. Your social life is just as important as your physical health, and prioritizing it can add years to your life, while making those years far more enjoyable. Now that you know the 7 key signs that predict longevity, it's time to reflect on where you stand. Are you walking at a steady pace and maintaining balance? Is your grip strength still strong, or have you noticed it weakening? Are you getting high-quality sleep that leaves you feeling rested? Are you eating enough protein and maintaining muscle mass? Are you managing stress and keeping your mind sharp? Are you staying socially connected and engaged? If you answered no to any of these questions, don't panic, but don't ignore the signs either. The beauty of these indicators is that they are not set in stone. You have the power to improve every single one of them with small, intentional changes. Your future health is not just a matter of luck or genetics. It's shaped by the choices you make today. Whether it's walking more, improving your sleep, eating better, or reaching out to a friend, each positive change brings you closer to a longer, stronger, and healthier life. Aging is not about counting the years, it's about making the years count. The key to longevity isn't just living longer, it's living better. It's about staying mobile, independent, mentally sharp, and emotionally fulfilled for as long as possible. These 7 signs are not just predictions, they are opportunities. They are signals from your body and mind, showing you what needs attention and what you can strengthen if you take care of your mobility, sleep, nutrition, mental health, and relationships. You are not just extending your lifespan, you are enriching it, because the goal isn't just to add years to your life. It's to add life to your years. Now that you understand the 7 key signs that predict longevity, it's time to ask yourself, what are you going to do with this knowledge? The reality is, aging is not something that just happens to you. It's something you actively shape. With every choice you make, how you move, what you eat, how you rest, how you handle stress, and how you connect with others, the people who live long, healthy, and fulfilling lives aren't necessarily the ones with perfect genes. They are the ones who pay attention to the signs, make small adjustments, and commit to taking care of themselves every single day. If you've noticed areas where you can improve, the good news is it's never too late to start, even the smallest. Adjustments today can lead to years of better health, more mobility, and greater happiness in the future. 1. Improve your mobility and balance. Walk daily, even if it's just around your home or neighborhood. Do simple leg and balance exercises to keep your body steady and strong. Stand up and stretch every hour if you've been sitting for too long. 2. Strengthen your grip and muscles. Squeeze a stress ball or use hand grips to improve strength. Carry groceries instead of using a cart when possible. Eat enough protein to prevent muscle loss and keep your body resilient. 3. Prioritize your sleep. Keep a consistent bedtime routine. Reduce screen time and caffeine in the evenings. Make sure your sleeping environment is quiet, dark, and comfortable. 4. Eat for longevity. Increase your intake of lean proteins, fruits, vegetables, and healthy fats. Reduce processed foods and excess sugar, which can lead to inflammation. Stay hydrated to support circulation and overall health. 5. Manage stress and keep your mind sharp. Practice mindfulness, deep breathing, or simple relaxation techniques. Stay mentally active with puzzles, books, or learning new skills. Find healthy ways to express emotions and maintain a positive outlook. 6. Stay socially connected. Reach out to an old friend or neighbor for a chat. Join a local club, volunteer group, or community activity. Keep close connections with those who bring joy and positivity into your life. Aging is not about waiting for time to take its toll. It's about actively shaping the years ahead, making sure every single day is filled with strength, energy, and meaning. You now have the knowledge to recognize the warning signs: walking slower, losing grip strength, struggling with sleep, feeling isolated, or noticing a decline in mental sharpness. But more importantly, you have the power to change these things. The strongest, most resilient people in their later years are not the ones who let time dictate their future. They are the ones who decide to take control, make adjustments, and commit to living with strength, confidence, and purpose. You don't have to overhaul your life overnight. Start small. Make one positive change today, then another tomorrow. Each step you take brings you closer to a future filled with vitality, independence, and joy, because the best years of your life are not behind you. They are still ahead, waiting for you to step into them with strength, wisdom, and a commitment to your well-being.